Hey, Jules Blessed Vegan, and thank you so much for checking in. And for those who are new, welcome. I'm not going to spend any time here today. I just wanted to be accountable. That's my word of the year, accountability. And I wanted to be accountable. But a really precious friend of ours who was already in her 80s, but a dynamo who only looked forward to the next venture. She literally was just starting a new teaching position for nursing like next week. And she was a mentor and a Filipino mom to my husband. He just loved her so much. And unfortunately, on Facebook, he was just scrolling through and saw someone say, "Rest in peace, Miss Grace," which was such a shock to him and a shock to me. And as I say it, I just, it's never about. I mean, she's in her 80s. I had a little niece who was only 5 hours and 57 minutes old when she exited the planet. It's not about that. She had a great run. She had a fantastic experience on this planet, but it's always such a loss. I think partly because we weren't supposed to die. It was a consequence of original sin that we ever even experienced death. And I think we always feel the injustice of that and feeling robbed when someone is taken from the planet, which I know a lot of you understand all too well. And what I know for sure is that we hurt because we dared to love. Grace had an amazing faith life, and I know she's completely handled. And she had a husband and even a son that wanted to greet her, and I imagine they did, but she had children here too that are left behind and hurting. And of course, it always brings up not just those who have already passed, for which I'm still acutely aware and hurting over, as is my husband mourning his own mother, let alone his Filipino mother, but also the potential of those who may go. My mother's healthy by all accounts, but she is 86, and we know that a fall or anything can be the demise of somebody. So it's so important of being asthmatic, because I know I'm stressed about it, that we love, that we be in the moment, and more than anything, trust God's plan, which we can't possibly understand. But that is faith, right? Acceptance without total understanding. And I just think when we came here, he had our best interest in mind. We were little tiny babies, and I don't think we necessarily had a say. And as we go to the next realm, we're trying to trust something that we don't have a total understanding of, but I have to trust that God has my best interest in mind, that He's a loving, merciful God that only has great plans for those who dare to say yes to Him. And I'm on Team Jesus, right? So I'm sorry for Grace suddenly leaving the planet, but I rejoice in her process, in her faith, in God's plans for her. Because we don't just sit in the next realm. We don't become angels. We get to be glorified humans, and we get to continue to live and serve in the best way without the silly nonsense and conflicts of misunderstandings that we have here. And I'm sure that'll be great. I'm never ready to go a second early because I like this walk down here and the challenge of it, but I'm trying to accept it. So anyway, prayers to Grace's family and to my husband Dale as we walk through the process of saying goodbye in the next couple of days. And peace be with those of you who have lost people, because I know you continue that struggle. And just remember that we hurt because we dared to love, and that in no way do we ever have to apologize for mourning or how long it takes. I always tell people that you can mourn for as long as you loved. And if you loved for a lifetime, you may very well mourn for the rest of your life. But in perspective, continuing to grow and move forward, we can always hold that place in our heart as we accept a new normal. It's always a new normal. I don't think anything's restored. A piece of ours goes with them. But the beauty of their mark on our heart remains as well. So let me go support my husband. And until we talk again, my friends, like if you like, join us if you haven't, and best of all, be blessed.